playing a sport can be a very valuable learning experience for a child, and a brand new football league in Bradenton is making sure that everyone gets an opportunity to give it a try. Manatee County Deputy Francine Houston and former NFL football great Adrian McPherson are here to tell us about this brand new Manatee Pals League. Oh, this sounds really good. Tell us about the league and what's the name of it?
The league is called G5 7v7, and it's more of a 7-on-7 touch football league. So we're trying to stay away from the flag because I'm just a firm believer in, you know, you don't pull flags as you get older. And the leagues that I've been watching around the area are more 6-on-6 football, and centers are hiking the ball and going out for passes. And you know, I'm pretty strict on the game of football, and you can't do that in football. So I was like, how do we create something that really develops kids? And I think this league does that, because we don't have a center. We have this thing we call a QBT, and once you pick the ball up, you have 4 seconds to throw the ball. I play quarterback, so I was real kind of disappointed that we don't have as many quarterbacks from this area going on and playing big-time college football, and I just think it's because they don't throw the ball enough, you know? So this league, you have to throw the ball every play.
That's great.
It's great for receivers, because you're catching the ball every play. Defensive backs are covering every play.
They would love that.
And this is more fun. That's the fun part, throwing the ball.
It's a lot more exciting in my eyes.
And girls get to play? Girls are part of this?
Yes, ma'am, it is. We're just, you know, in our area, our girls happen to be 10 times better than the boys. They do a great job, and get them out there.
And they're not just out there as cheerleaders. They
No. There are no cheerleaders. They're competing.
Okay, look at that.
Now, this is a PAL league. What does PAL emphasize?
PAL emphasizes teamwork, a family coming together, work as one. It's not about an individual. It's not about, well, your parents give more, you don't have enough. It's about teaching them how to develop self-discipline, how to come together, bring their unique individual skills to a team, and help that team achieve good goals.
Now, we know youth sports have been under a lot of scrutiny lately. How do you deal with that?
For me, I've had one coach that really affected my life. You know, I remember I was maybe 8 or 9 years old, and Coach Johnny West, I mean, to this day, I write his name on my wristband before every game. And so he was the first male that I felt like believed in me more than my father did. So with all the negativity around youth sports, there are some great youth coaches that can affect kids' lives in a positive way. So for me, you know, I'm from here. I want to help kids in my community, and I want to be tangible to the kids. I don't want to be a guy that played professional football that kids never saw, you know, and it's like, okay, well, he's from here, but I've never seen him. So everything that I'm a part of, I make sure I'm there every single day. You know, if I'm going to put my name on it, I'm going to be there. And my goal as a coach is to make sure every kid that I coach, I want them to be able to say he was the best coach I've ever had.
Well, that's amazing.
Well, both of you are from here.
Commendable. And how did the Manatee County Sheriff's Office get involved?
Wow. This was literally before my time.
Before she was born.
Before I was before I was
know.
born. It started with our first sheriff, to my knowledge, Sheriff Wells, who retired, and then it passed on to Sheriff Stubbe. And well, Sheriff Wells wanted to start a youth program involving sports, all sports, not just basketball and football, but hockey, baseball, everything, because he felt like we have so much talent in the area. Let's direct them to the sports, not to the streets, not to, you know, breaking the laws. Let's try a different way to reach the kids, because that was what's more popular with them. So now our new sheriff is actually Ricky Wells, who is the son of the original father of the PAL, and it's just like he's carried on that tradition.
And you grew up in the program, correct? You were a PAL kid.
I did.
That's so cool.
Well, both of you are from Bradenton. You both went to Southeast High School.
We are.
We're turning out some pretty good people around here.
Yeah, so, you know, I grew up, and AD mentioned his coach, and my coach was actually Ralph Bryant, who's actually the director at PAL, the other deputy there, and that was my mentor. He was that coach that actually made the change in my life. So coming up through PAL, I'm like, man, I want to do that. I want to coach basketball and have fun and just be seen as a coach, not a deputy. So when the opportunity came, I was like, that's what I wanted. So I followed those footsteps. So here I am.
Well, it must be great for the kids to see a deputy and to see a famous football star. They'll listen to you more than they will their parents, I'm sure.
They don't see deputy. I'm just coach.
You're just
I'm
coach.
just coach. I mean,
So you
that's-
don't carry a gun during practice, is what
Only
you're saying.
around us.
I don't carry a gun. I don't carry a gun.
Only in uniform.
Only in uniform.
That's right.
In
Well,
uniformless. I have to have it in uniform.
I just say, I grew up in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We're not having an NFL player there, and that's true. And I mean, that's one of the beautiful things I see about what we have in this area: the talent that comes out and then comes back and works with the kids. And I mean, that's got to attract so many kids to it.
Oh, yeah. What about safety? Is this safer, this type football, than the regular hitting football?
Well, I would like to think so. I think for me, just based on a lot of guys that I played with, I mean, I get calls weekly of guys that I played for who don't know what to do after the game of football or have had concussions and whatnot. But so I think safety for me was the biggest thing when starting this league. So even though it's touch football, we're going to give the kids headgear, like a soft helmet, because anything can happen. You know, kids are on the ground, they can hit their head. And we're trying to partner with a company that has a concussion sensor that we will put on the helmet.
Oh, yes.
So if the kid were to hit his head and the sensor hit a certain limit, it alerts everyone on the sideline. We would have iPads or cell phones, and it alerts us, and it tells you have to take this kid out, take him through a series of tests before he can go back in.
I think everybody should have to wear those all the time.
Round here's pretty dangerous, too.
Just grooving around.
Well, if you'd like more information about this league, and it sounds really great, you can go to their Facebook page and check into PALS G57 V7, and you'll find out more information. Check out that team and get your kid involved. Next, adults need exercise too. We'll take you inside a new Pilates studio.